Hello guys, how you all doing? Welcome back again to another reaction video. Guys, we have another wonderful video in our midst, and the title of this video goes like this: Charlie Kirk tears into anti-Israel students. Guys, I'm super sure you're going to love and enjoy every bit of this discussion, so no further talking, let's dive into it and watch it out.
I have a disagreement about the whole Palestine-Israel thing. I promise not to take up as much time as the last person who was up here, but I'd like to open with maybe like a little statement, which is that, I'm not too partial to either particular side of the political spectrum. But I think that a sad reality is when we talk about the Palestine issue, it's the Gaza Strip is 50% people under the age of 15. It's about 2 million people and about 5 to 25 square miles. And the reality of it is that Israel has said they're going to make a complete siege of the area. They've cut off electricity, they've cut off water. And that's kind of a sad reality. And the reality is they also can't leave. There's only 2 ports of entry and exit. And so as much as you or others might be pro-Israel, how do we not condemn the Israelis for taking away resources like water from a population that's the majority children? And at what point do we say that it's kind of an open genocide, right? Like when Israel, well, I mean, I know it's easy to...
You realize on Saturday they killed 900 Jews, right?
I understand. I understand.
One side's doing the genocide, the other side is retaliating.
Well, one side's definitely swinging up and one side's swinging down. And I think that when you're a strip of land in which all of your water, airways, and electricity is controlled by a state, which you can't leave, and it gets bombed by missiles, I don't really think it's...
Sure.
But at what point or time, you say you criticize Republicans, but why don't we ever criticize Israel for what they're doing by turning off water? I mean, how?
Well, I'm not going to criticize. Again, let me just ask a hypothetical. If Cuba came 50,000 Americans, should we cut off their water? Answer the question.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, I disagree.
You think we should cut off water to people?
If the Cuban government came in Americans, which is the population equivalent, right? Sure. So 900 Jews would be 50,000 Americans.
Yeah.
I would completely support war against a country that Cuba is the same, about similar distance, right? So yes, I would restrict food, water. It would be all-out war against a country that touched our homeland.
Well, you know what they call all-out war against a populace of people that are stuck in an area? It's a genocide, right? And so as much as I
No, hold on a second. No. First of all, if that was the case, why is Israel telling civilians to leave a certain area, number one?
Well, only that are allowed to leave,
hold on a second.
Right?
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. What?
Like, are Palestinians allowed to leave the Gaza Strip?
Well, they're moving to a different location of the Gaza Strip before bombardments happen. That's number one. Number two, they're already talking about humanitarian corridors being built. Did you know that? They're talking about humanitarian corridors being built with Egypt. So there's already a plan from both the Mediterranean side and the south side. But honestly, I'm not going to overly specify this because war is a really brutal, nasty thing. And you could say whatever you want about Israel. We're not going to agree on it, right?
Sure.
Israel did not invite this war.
No, I don't think so either.
Right, but they have to retaliate, and war is the worst thing humans do. Here's my prayer, that Israel doesn't overreact. Americans don't send troops, and that this is short, and that the terrorists that did this are held to justice. That's what we need to publicly say. But I am not, and you're right. There are kids that are going to die. That pains me. The heaviness should be on you. But the answer is you just kind of roll over and allow people to come into your country, into kibbutzes, into concerts, and mowing down people and say, catch you next time?
I'm just not entirely sure what water has to do with the conflict, Mr. Kirk. I just don't see how the Israelis, the Palestinians, the PLO, and Hamas
honestly,
can use water.
Two things. Here's the issue. The Palestinian Authority is too busy spending $300 million a year incentivizing the slaying of Jews instead of actually going and purchasing water filtration services, all sorts of different things there. Number two, so they build their headquarters under hospitals. It's a fact. They use the entire population of women and children in Gaza as a massive 2.5 million person human shield. That's sick. There are no good solutions here. There's not one that I'm going to say this is wonderful and beautiful and glamorous and this is excellent. It's all crummy. It's all hell. And they invited hell. And something that we like to gloss over as Westerners is we get to live in a very peaceful society, relatively, and we don't realize that sometimes you need a Dresden. And that's a really hard thing to swallow. But guess what? What we did in World War II to defeat the Nazis was 100% morally defensible. Israel has a right to defend themselves, and they're going to retaliate. And Hamas, they brought this upon themselves. They were the stewards of those women and children. And as stewards of those women and children, they said, we don't care about the women and children enough that we're going to go into the other. They knew what was. You're trying to tell me that they're shocked that they're getting bombarded and their water's cut off and their electricity is cut? No, they invited it. Final thought.
Sure. I wouldn't necessarily say they, but I do understand the sentiment, right?
Okay.
I do agree that Hamas brings it upon
But
themselves.
I think we can agree. Here's what I will say. I do not think U.S. troops outside of very specific special forces to rescue Americans, which I'm sure you might be able to agree with, should be involved in this conflict.
Yeah.
We cannot allow ourselves to get into another Middle Eastern quagmire that Lindsey Graham and Nikki Haley and Mike Pence might try to get us into. That is something we can agree with, okay?
Guys, oh my god, we have come to the end of this video. Guys, Charlie Kirk is always on point. This man, like, he just knows how to spill it all. Wow, guys, like, he has every answer to every question. That was so awesome. Guys, I'm super excited sharing this particular video with you guys. Like, I'm so sorry to the Gaza people. But anyway, talking about electricity and water, guys, like, you know, there is a word that says that you can't eat your cake and have it. I don't know how they put it, but I think it's related to something like that. Like, you can't come to my house and destroy something and I will just allow you to go scot-free. Like, who does that? Who does that? Does that happen? I will just allow you come to my house, as in you will just do anything that you like to me and you will just go away, even if I allow you to go away. Guys, like, you don't know what is in that person's mind. You don't know what that person has in mind. Like, the Gaza people, you can't cause the Israelites pain, and after all that you have done, you are expecting electricity and water. No, I think they are just doing that to, you know, to let the Gaza people know that they are not weak. Yes, I think they are just doing all these things to know that, to show them that they are not weak, because if they don't retaliate, if they don't you know, if they don't use one way or the other to show them that, look, we are not happy with what you people did to us. Like the Gaza people, they may just think that, okay, I think the Israel are weak. They will just conclude on that. But no, guys, like, I think they know what they are doing. Yes, they know what they are doing, because they are not just happy about what happened on October 7. I think that was October 7, right? Yes, they were not happy at all. They were not happy. So I think that was the reason why they refused to supply them electricity and light, because what they did was wrong. Yes, that was their own way of, you know, of fighting back. That was their own. Like, if they don't do it, like these people, they might come back for them again. Just like, guys, I think the Israel, that was their own way to, you know, to show the Gaza people that, look, we are not just happy about what happened on October 7. You know, like, what happened, guys. Like, I think the Israel, they were not happy at all, and they felt that pain. Yes, they really felt that pain, and the only way that they could punish the Gaza was to, you know, it was to take the electricity and the water. Yes, I don't know. Like, guys, like, nobody is praying for, you know, that nobody is praying for. War is something that I don't even want to hear it, not even to witness it. I don't want to witness war. I don't want to witness it. I don't want to witness it at all. I don't want to witness it for myself, for my community, for my country, or for any other country. I don't pray for it at all, because my country where I came from, guys, like, what we are going through right now is more than war. I don't pray for any country to experience what we are experiencing now. So guys, for the Israelites, like, if they do not do anything about it, the Gaza they might just think that these people, they are weak people. These people, they don't know how to fight back. These people don't know their right or their left. So I think probably for them taking the electricity and water was their own way of, of fighting back. It was their own way of telling them that, look, we are not happy about what you guys did. Like, guys, talking about the Gaza, how can you, after all they have done to the Israelites, after all they have done to the Israel, they are still expecting water and expecting electricity? Like, who does that, guys? Who does that? Is that really possible? Can you do that? Can you do that? Like, they are not even supposed to expect electricity and water for now, after all they knew that they have done to these people. Like, guys, like for instance, let me say that if it were to be in my place, like maybe this particular country, or maybe this particular city attack the other city, guys, do you know what will happen the next day? The other city that fought the other city, you will not even find anybody there. You will not find anyone. Everybody will run, because they will know that definitely the other people must come for them. They will know that definitely they must come for them, so they will just have to run for their dear life. So for them to be asking the Israelites for water and electricity for now, after all they have done, guys, I don't think it's possible at all. I don't think it's possible in any way for now. If at all the Israel we give them the light and the electricity, I think it's going to, to take some time, yes, for them to heal from that pain. Okay, guys, like what do you think about this video in the comment section? You guys know that I would always welcome any of your comments, so I'm going to be in the comment section waiting for you guys, okay, because that is the only way that we can interact, right? So guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So let me know what to think about it in the comment section, okay? So guys, you stay tuned and see you in my next video. Bye.